I'm Lindsay Signs. Welcome to my channel. We are doing video 3 of my diet and how I have lost weight we're now into 15 weeks. I cannot wait to share everything that I've gone through and all the data. So let's jump into the data. Okay, I'm so excited to share my data with you. I had to make some notes here of where I needed to start video 3 from where I left off on video 2. So video 2, we ended off with kind of showing what my weight did over the past couple weeks and what I decided to do moving forward. So what I decided to do was lower my calories, and I showed how my weight ended up dropping from that because I had been plateaued for 4 or 5 weeks, something like that, over Christmas time and the holidays. So moving into week 11, my weight was 143.4. Looks like I got 119 on average protein, 149 carbs, 73 fats, 11 fiber, 72, 71 steps, and I got 2 lifts in that week. This wasn't necessarily a great week overall of movement, getting in my 3 days of lifting, and necessarily my macros. I was pretty low on protein, but as you can see, I stayed within my calorie range. My weight still went down. So let's move into week 12. Week 12, I can already see I did better on my protein. I did decent on my carbs, and I was a little bit over on my fats, but not too much. So my total calories were a little bit higher than what my target calories were. Totally okay. I came down, let's see, almost a whole pound from last week or the week before. And I got 4 lifts in. So I made up for the 3rd lift from the week before. I made it up in this week. So I got 4 lifts in, got in all of that volume that I needed to get in from the week before. Looks like steps were still just kind of hanging in there at 7,000 steps, which is okay, but it's not ideal for me because I roughly get about 8,500 steps, so I need to increase that and stay at least anywhere from 8,500 to 10,000 is what my goal was. But we're human. I'm running a business. I also am a busy mom, and there's times that I don't hit all of my healthy habits, and that's just normal and okay. And don't think that if you didn't hit your healthy habits for the day, you didn't hit your macros for the week, you're failing and you need to quit and try something new. I promise you it happens. Just keep going, keep taking the course that you're on, and keep trying your best and finding maybe why you keep running into not doing those things, and that will be helpful moving forward. So like I said, 125 protein, 154 carbs, 78 fats. Steps are around 7,400. I came down in my weight. The next week, I came down in weight again. Looks like I averaged a little under what my calorie target was for the week. Protein was pretty low. Looks like my weekend days, I'm struggling with getting protein in. So that's just something for me that I can look at this and say, okay, I'm not being very consistent on the weekends. How can I make my weekends look more like my weekdays? Looks like I lifted. I wasn't going to the bathroom very much. Lifted, and I had my period on Sunday of this week. So weight came down again. I'm at 141.1. Looks like my protein was low. Fats and carbs were right on target where they're supposed to be. And again, steps were a little bit lower. Looks like I had 3 high days, and the rest were pretty low. So again, not 100% perfection, but my weight still came down. I still got my lifts in. Progress is still moving forward, even though I wasn't perfect. And I would never know that without keeping this data, right? I would never know it without my spreadsheet, or without keeping some kind of data, knowing what's going on with my nutrition, with my weight, with my steps, and things like that. So it looks like this week my weight did not go down. we stayed roughly about the same. I was on my period for those first couple of days. Looks like my weight did fluctuate up a little bit, and that's totally normal from having your period. Looks like I lifted 4 days again. I must have not got a lift in this week, and I must have added it to this week. Steps are still low, higher calories, not very adherent, using this as a diet break week. So as you can see here, I had some high days. I was not a full 100 calories over. So it's not necessarily a diet break, but mentally for me, I took a little break, not focusing so much on the calories and macros, still tracking everything, but taking a little mental break from focusing on hitting my targets. If you can hear some squeaking, it's the puppy playing with his toy. So let's move into week 15. So this is the first week of February. My weight did go back down again, so we dropped back down. I actually had a high week, almost 200 calories more. So this is really a diet break week. So I had 2 weeks where I just kind of ate a little bit more, didn't necessarily focus on the macros. I wasn't being consistent. I have done this in the past. I get to a certain part of a diet and mentally I'm just kind of checking out of the diet. I'm not eating my normal foods. I'm not really focusing on building super balanced plates. I'm just kind of wiped out mentally of dieting, and that is my cue to know, okay, it is time to stop dieting or to start a diet break. So this week was a diet break. I was pretty low on protein, as you can see. Definitely higher carbs, definitely higher fats. We had some days out. I drank some alcohol, which I'm actually trying to stop doing, is having those nights of uncontrollable alcohol, whether you have a couple and you just can't control, and having like 4 or 5. So that is something that I am working on with myself. I'm not saying I'm an alcoholic or anything like that. Just like every once in a blue moon, I will drink over the limit, and I don't want to do that anymore. So we're working on that. That's where a lot of my calories came from on this day, this 2300 day. So lots of calories. I did get my lifts in. I lifted heavy. I can use those calories towards my lifts, just getting stronger and things like that. So my weight did come down though. My weight came down and I was eating 200 more calories. I probably moved or lifted a little bit heavier. My body just maybe needed those more calories, is why it released a little bit of weight. Just can happen. Sometimes we can't really explain why our weight's going down. It's probably I was eating more and I was probably fidgeting and moving more, is what normally happens when you're eating more food, is you tend to move more, and that's where you are putting out more energy, even though you're intaking more energy. Steps were low. Definitely not proud of those steps. So this is the week that I am on right now. Today is actually the 10th, and I have not put my weight in yet. I will do that. It was 140.2. So my weight is about the same so far. I didn't weigh Monday and Tuesday just for the simple fact of mindset. I didn't want the higher calories from last week and the higher carbs from last week to make the scale fluctuate up just in water weight or food volume. So I took those days off from weighing, and that's totally fine because I'm going to weigh Wednesday through Sunday. I'm hoping to hit my targets on my protein. I really want to focus on protein this week. This is it. This is the last week of dieting. No matter what, I will start reversing starting Monday the 14th, which is Valentine's Day. So we will start reversing then. I will slowly reverse and focus on protein and total calories. We're going to really, really focus on protein because I do want to keep my body composition. I do want to build lean muscle mass through my reverse. So I want to focus on that. I really want to get my protein in. I don't want to put a ton of fat back on. I know the scale might fluctuate up a couple pounds, and that's okay. I got to where I want to be, so a couple pounds should be fine for me. The scale isn't necessarily everything. We do want to look at our body, our progress pictures. We want to see how we feel. I have a ton more energy. My clothes are fitting better. I feel more confident at this weight than at 150. Just how my body looks right now, I feel my best. So I will continue to do 3 days a week lifting, upper, lower, full body split for the next couple weeks. And then I'm going to see what program I'm going to build next. I don't know if I'm going to go into Body Strong 365 4-day or what I'll be doing next. So that is what's going on with my diet. I'm still dropping. We're down 10, 11 pounds now over the 16 weeks. I've dropped calories 2 times, the initial drop and then the second drop for the 1,700 calories. So I'm pretty good on calories. Like, I'm in a good spot. So we'll see how this week goes. I plan on doing a whole series over my reverse as well. So I will come back and let you know how this week goes, and then we'll move into reverse dieting. So I'm so excited. And remember, if you have not watched video 1 and video 2, you will want to go watch those because I talk a lot about how this diet was so easy for me this time rather than comparing it to times before. So go watch that, and I will talk to you so much for watching my video. This is video 3, going over my diet and my data and how I kind of shift and adjust for myself. And I hope this really shows you that you don't have to be perfect, but you just have to put in messy action to see results. Showing my data and showing that I wasn't perfect and I have struggles and there's times that I'm not hitting my numbers or getting my workouts in, but I'm still making progress with putting in messy action every day. I like to tell my clients, you can control the daily process actions, but you can't control the outcomes. So keep going every day, keep putting in messy action, and you will start to see those results. Keep following me for more. Hit that like button, comment if you have questions, and I will talk to you soon.